Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini. Welcome to In Her Dreams. Welcome to your reading. I'm grateful that you're taking time to tune in and see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Now, I'm going to start by anointing the space with my ritual oil blend, Cha-Ching. And this aligns perfectly with your energy at this time because I'm already sensing a lot of abundance that's coming your way. And it's your magic. It's your discipline. It's your consistency that has manifested this abundance. But it is coming to you. And we're welcoming that. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. This beautiful being is aligned with prosperity, financial prosperity, good health, spiritual prosperity, and wisdom. Thank you, Divine. This beautiful being receives the divine energy of these messages. Ashe. So must it be on all dimensions. All right, so yes, abundance. Abundance is on its way, and it's something that you have manifested. It's not just like it came from out of nowhere. This is something that is really truly part of your path because you have worked for it. Okay? Oh, wow. There's something that you felt almost imprisoned by or about. It's something that has caused a lot of mental stress. Perhaps like re-traumatization. Okay. There's something very painful about a thought that you've had about something that happened in the past. This could have been something that made you feel very isolated. Okay. I'm looking at that tower up there. That brings a vibe of isolation. There could have been anger. You might still feel some of that anger sometimes. Okay. With this 11 card, you've got Amit, the Justice card. Okay. And this is exactly what's being rendered to certain beings that cause a lot of volatile conflict in your world. There is a choice that's being made, and it's not a wise one. This is someone who has created a lot of conflict around you, okay? There's a choice that they're going to make very soon, and it's going to lead to a very deep level of destruction in their world. This is because of this person's impulsive nature, okay? This is not somebody who thinks things through. They do not respond, they react, okay? There's a lot of unhealed fire energy here. And they're creating a very disastrous situation for themselves. This, I feel like for most of you, this does not involve you. But it is something that you will observe. It's something that you will become aware of. There are things about this person that have been on people's radar for a while at this point. People are starting to say, what's going on? Something's not adding up. And so I don't really feel like it's going to come as a shock to you when you see this person in a very desperate situation. Okay. It's something that they're bringing on themselves because they have not listened to the divine. They have not tuned into their higher self. They have been following in a very low vibe, living in a very low vibe state. The word harm is coming through. I feel like this person has harmed people, animals. This is a very maladjusted, mentally ill person. So the justice that's coming to them it's interesting because it's not just about evil intent, but it's also about karma. It's also about ancestral wounds that have gone unchecked, unattended to, okay? This person has not healed themselves. And so this is when they crumble. All right, this is when they crumble, but this is their justice. You might be seeing the number 11, 11, 11. This death card is so beautiful because there's something here that needs to come to an end that is definitely coming to an end. It was time. This is a new era for you. This is a new phase, a new era. And it yields so much prosperity for you in all areas of your life. We're not just talking about your bank account. We're talking about your heart, talking about your mental well-being. You are entering a phase that you have earned. Okay, you have earned a seat at this table. Okay? You have worked for it. You have healed yourself. You have loved yourself. And that's something that you choose to do every day, even when it's a challenge, because your subconscious mind takes you back to a place where you didn't used to love yourself. You used to soothe yourself sometimes with things that held you back in some way or harmed you in some way. But you're moving beyond that. You're moving to a place of balance, emotional balance. And that's something that not a lot of humans achieve. Okay? So you've blessed yourself with your healing work, and now you get to experience the fruit of your labor and enjoy your happiness. Enjoy being yourself. Crossing the veil, mourning. Yeah, and with this death card here, I do feel like there is an energy of transition, okay? With all that came through with that justice card, I'm seeing that there could, for this person that presented so much conflict for you, and there could be a physical death that they are going to mourn. And I feel like this is going to make what they're already going through with making a poor decision even worse. And with them potentially losing someone that's transitioning within their family, or someone that they know that they were close to, that could trigger this impulsivity, which causes them to do something that is not wise. Okay? So I definitely am picking up on the energy of death here, and it does feel like it's influencing the situation, but it is all fated. It is all destined to happen. Continue to protect yourself. Continue to focus on the things that are important to you, because divine says that the shit show is not worth it. Okay? It is definitely going to be a shit show. Trust me, okay? And you know, some people would be like, oh, I'm gonna get my popcorn and have me a good time watching this Titanic go down, you know what I mean? But, and I understand, you know, that's very human. You know, we all have times like that where we feel like that about an enemy or an opponent, but you're going to remain focused on you. Okay? The Titanic will be going down, but you're going to remain focused on you, because that's where your prosperity comes in, is with your ability to continue to do what's meant for you to do. Okay? So Divine is asking you to please stay focused. Also, this morning there's like this energy of really letting go of and saying goodbye to the past. Okay? There might be something that as you're reflecting, you just want to kind of just let go. You want to cry about it. You want to write about it. You want to create something because of it. Some of you are going to create really amazing things that were inspired by an energy of mourning or of loss, okay? Where you are honoring something that, or the journey that you had with someone or with something, okay? For some of you, you are saying goodbye to old behaviors. You might be saying goodbye to an old version of yourself. A version that put other people before your needs, and a version of yourself that did not give yourself grace, did not give yourself patience, did not allow yourself to be imperfect, perfectly imperfect. Those are all the things that you are allowing yourself to do now. To be you. To sometimes be messy and just be like, I'm a mess today, and that's okay. I love myself. Because this mess is going to turn into something wonderful. So watch me. You know what I mean? And just giving yourself that space and that grace to do what you need to do in the timing that's right for you. But also with you letting go of this and really feeling your way through these goodbyes. Saying goodbye to whatever it is, the old stuff, the old you. That is allowing you to completely cross over into this new era of true abundance, of true self-love, and of true transformation. Because you are different. You are different than you used to be. And it's a good look. It's a real good look. Thank you, Divine. What more does this beautiful being need to know? Divine is saying not to cheat yourself of the abundance that you are able to manifest. Divine is saying to visualize more. Visualize more. Visualize your abundance in every area of your life. What do you want your abundant life to look like? Is it you having extra time to rest? Is it you having extra time to create? Is it you being able to spend more time with someone that you love? What does your abundance look like? What does it feel like? Because there's something that you've been in denial about regarding what you are able to manifest. That hand is able to reach those grapes, but all it has to do is stretch out just a little more. Just go a little higher. But your abundance is within reach. You are able to create prosperity in your life. This also refers to a specific opportunity. It's like something that you've manifested that you might not be utilizing right now. It's a way that you can create abundance in your life, whether it's by having more time in your schedule or increasing your income. But there's something that you're able to take advantage of now that you haven't yet taken advantage of. And this could be due to a distraction, okay? That mental focus is very important right now because you've got High Priestess of Air, and this is your thought energy. These are the thoughts that you're accessing. These are the visions that you're allowing yourself to tune into. Because those images that are bouncing around in your mind all day, that is what you're manifesting. So Divine says to manifest those grapes because they're within your reach, okay? There's a lot of abundance for you. And all you have to do is tap into it, tune in. You're naturally prosperous. Just let yourself flow. Let your excellence flow. Okay, regarding your routine, Divine says turn off autopilot. I feel like thought energy is extremely important at this time. That came through with the High Priestess of Air. Your thoughts are so powerful. So guard them, protect them, okay? When you have like idle mind time, where it's like your mind is just kind of like doing its thing, you're not really focusing your attention on anything, be aware of the thoughts that come to you. Is it about something from the past that really is just a distraction now because it has no influence on you that's real? You know what I mean? So be aware of what you're thinking about. Also, create time to just soothe your mind. Whether it's having a cup of tea or doing something for yourself that you enjoy, maybe going outside, connecting with the sun's rays or with the moon. That is going to be so helpful to you right now to create time for you to mentally relax. But also, you're guiding your thoughts. You're allowing your time to be meditative so that you're not thinking about things that are distraction or that don't serve you. If it's not feeding your abundance or your rest or your peace, is it really worth it? Once you've set aside time to take care of those non-negotiables, the things we must do just to live from day to day, you know, we are human. Once you've done that, really take time to just create in your mind whatever beautiful things you want to create. Okay? Okay, the warrior, a hero's journey. Okay, there's lion energy here. You are a lion or a lioness. You might have some Leo energy in your chart. You might want to take a look at where that Leo energy is if you're not yet familiar with your chart. But Divine says that you are a divine warrior and that you have weathered many storms. And that's why you're here. And everything that you have gone through has contributed to your wisdom. That's why you are the wise sage that you are. That's why you have something so precious to offer others. Is because the conflicts, the mean treatment, the rude narcissistic behavior, the abuse that you experienced, it's all led you here. And your journey is that of a hero. And that's because you have saved yourself. At some point in the past, you realized that you had spent enough time focusing on everyone else. It was now time to heal yourself. What's coming through is that a lot of you are healing your homes at this time. And that is something that has helped you to become a warrior because you have fought for your home. You have fought for your relationships, your romantic relationship, your relationship with your children or with your child, or with anyone who's important to you. You have become a warrior to protect the energy of those bonds, of those connections. And that's made you so strong. And because of that journey, you're in a beautiful creative space now where you can share whatever it is that you create, whatever it is that you make, whatever it is that you divine. You're able to share that and give that same divine energy that healed you, sharing that with others. That's what you're able to do. And that's a superpower. But you are a warrior, okay? And you have done things, you have accomplished things, and you have learned lessons that a lot of people miss their entire life. You've been growing at such an accelerated rate. And Divine is rewarding you for your hard work. Playful, rediscover joy. Divine says to do something where you are having fun, to let loose, to dance. Let yourself be. I know that there are things that you've had on your mind, there are concerns that you've had, but Divine says none of those concerns are worth you not experiencing joy. It's not worth it. Why? Because you're protected. Because no one can take away your blessings. No one can stop your blessings. And the only way that they've done that in the past was through your thoughts. Even if it was through your emotions. Emotions affect your thoughts. You know, thoughts affect your emotions. But now you have the power to focus on you and to rediscover joy. That's what this time is about. Is rediscovering your pure joy. I want to get some guidance for creative energy. All right, yeah, see, this is once again what I'm seeing here is her crown chakra there. And she's really setting an intention to keep her thoughts in a high vibe state with that airplane there. She's thinking about things that feed her creative nature, that take her higher, right? That's what Spirit wants you to do at this time. Structure your thoughts, okay? And during some phases in life, you don't have to work on that so much because you're just naturally more high vibe. But Divine is saying at this time, where you are crossing from one era to the next, protect your energy by protecting your thoughts. Okay? It's very important at this time. Well, we got the Justice card again. And it's with the Sacred Knowledge card. Okay, so Thoth, Tahuti was coming through. So you definitely... Oh, and also Yemaya with this color. I didn't know why I put this blue on. And then I told my Echo to play music. And it was a prayer for Yemaya. And then I got my yellow nails. So I feel like these are the energies that are coming through. Okay? It was Yemaya, Oshun, Tahuti or Thoth with the Hierophant. And also Goddess Durga. Okay, one of her songs came on. So these are the energies, the frequencies that are coming through to support you. All right? Because balance is being restored in your world. This is justice for the Hierophant. This is Spirit saying, you know what? We see you. You stayed on the straight and narrow. You didn't go buck wild out here when people were acting a fool. You could have. But you didn't. Because all the while, you were transmuting. You were using that Ankh, that key of life, to take what felt like death and resurrect it and say, you know what? I'm not done. You can't take me out. You don't scare me. You know, that's the transmutation that you did. That's the magic that you worked. You said, I am not giving up. And because that intention was there to bring you the energy of death, your opponents are now experiencing that. They're realizing that time is up. They're realizing that it's over. And you're getting justice. You're getting balance. This is not about getting even. This is about balance being restored to your world. I don't even feel like you're tuned into any sort of vibe of wanting to get even. You just want your peace. You just want your treasures. And Divine is saying that it's your time. It's your time. You're getting justice. And this is justice regarding every upset, every injustice, every conflict that was so trying, that was so unnecessary, but you still used it to grow. Yeah. There's an immense amount of creative power and abundance that you are tuning into right now, and that you will continue to tune into. And that is such a huge difference from what your opponents have been experiencing and what they will continue to experience. This is about your life. This is about your Ankh energy, the key to life. You are opening the door to a whole other realm. And for someone else, this is about an ending. But the reason why it has to end for them is because they never honored your energy. And that's a problem. They never honored you. They never gave you the respect that you deserved. And it's good practice for you, because on your journey you are going to experience more spirits like that. You are. But that's because you're going to encounter a lot of people. Your messages, your creations are going to reach a lot of people. And so Divine used this opportunity of this negative, low vibe being to be sort of like a boot camp for you. Where now you are ready for anything, because it's not going to phase you. It's not going to cause a tower for you, because you're ready. This is very important for you on your journey, because you're not going to deny yourself of any of the blessings that you have access to now. You're not going to deny yourself of that. You're not going to say, oh, that's just a little too much for me. I don't think I can handle that. I don't think I'm ready for that. No, you're ready. And you have access to all the beautiful blessings that are truly on your path. Okay, you've got 3 of Feel and Ace of Feel. And 8 of oh, and 4 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm seeing, like, I asked for creative energy, but I'm seeing sort of like a social aspect here too. This could regard like your interactions with other people, regarding something that is related to your abundance. It could be for a job, it could be for a creative endeavor. There's something that you were sort of managing on your own with that 4 of Pentacles. You were keeping your energy to yourself, tending to your garden, and just minding your business, okay? And then you've got 8 of Swords here. I feel like this was regarding a conflict with other people, okay? They may not have understood why you were keeping to yourself or why you were handling business alone. This could have made you doubt yourself a little bit with that 8 of Swords there. I feel like there's some self-doubt there as far as how you do things. But there's no need for that, because you do things how you do them, okay? And in the past, and even in the present now, when you feel that you need to protect your energy, you protect your energy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I feel like this is somebody who was making you or trying to make you regret a boundary, okay? Which people are so, I mean, a lot of people don't like boundaries, all right? And then when you set one, you really find out who a person is, if you didn't already know. You know what I'm saying? I know you be knowing though, so. But it really does allow you to see someone's truth. When you tell them, this is what I need, or I'd really appreciate it if you would do this or whatever. And then it's like all of a sudden you're evil. No, I like boundaries. I'm a healthy person, you know? But I feel like you were guarding your energy, and somebody kind of wanted to make you feel like you were being maybe not a team player, or that you weren't doing things like other people. Here with the Ace of Field and the Three of Field, I'm seeing that there are opportunities for you to connect with other people. This could even be regarding your creative endeavors. But first and foremost, you're honoring yourself. Divine is saying that there's no need to be in this Eight of Swords, Eight of Think, where you're kind of feeling like maybe you're doing something wrong, asking questions, there's some anxiety there. In fact, I feel like this group, this Three of Field, what they really are intimidated by is your ability to love yourself, to be alone and prosper, okay? You may be in a relationship, but your overall vibe is like you're good, you know? I feel like you're the kind of person who's in a relationship to make your life better. It's not something that you feel like you can never make it without. But you are dedicated to love. But the love needs to make your life better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not desperate, okay? They know you're not desperate. These people can see that you are clearly not desperate. And that highlights for them their feelings of desperation, because they're not confident in themselves. And they use each other as like superficial support. You know what I mean? It's very superficial. There's no real true bond or camaraderie or loyalty among these people. And so when they look at you doing the damn thing and doing it well and not needing an entourage, that really does make them second guess themselves. And they start to realize their weaknesses, okay? I'm getting a lot of mice energy in this group, a lot of mice energy, a lot of bird energy, a lot of talking, chit chat, you know, complaining. And that's just not you. There's a lot of talking in this group, but it's like, it's very phony. It's very, very fake. It's very superficial. And you may have already picked up on the superficial level of the connections, or the superficiality, is that a word? Of the connections in this group. They don't really truly support each other. They don't really truly seem interested in each other. And it just seems very immature, and like you have better things to do. So Divine is saying to feel confident about your way of doing things, which sometimes is all by yourself. But are you really by yourself? Because I see your spiritual entourage. I see your ancestors and your spirit allies, and I see your divine energy. And so this suits you, because this is all you need right here, is divine energy surrounding you. And you're like, I don't need that. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Oh, you know what? I wanted to pull a couple love cards. And then I also want to pull for the archangels. I got a new deck. I love it. Okay, thank you, Divine. Okay, long distance. There might be something here. For some of you, long distance. A fun connection. Fairy tale romance and divorcee. What you getting into? I am picking up on an older energy for some of you. You might be talking to someone who is older. I feel like this could be a person who is divorced, or at least at the moment they're single, okay? For some of you, they're attached. Show me more, Divine. Show me more about this love situation. Five of Swords on the fence. Judgment. Sun. And Six of Wands. Yeah, this feels like something that's very, like it could have been from the past and you reconnected. I feel it like there's definitely distance between you, okay? So you may have been connected with this person and then you kind of went your separate ways and you reconnect for a fun experience, okay? You might be looking for a fairy tale romance here. Please don't get caught up, because real love is work. It requires work. And if you've got anybody telling you otherwise, they're selling you some BS. Real love requires work. I do feel like there's a natural chemistry here that feels magical at this time. This could be the person, your person, or it could be you, but there's someone here who's potentially divorced. That's significant. I feel like with this Five of Swords on the fence, there might be something that you're just kind of like, it feels like it won't work between you. And it feels like you've had to compete with someone. Perhaps you felt like you had to compete with someone or with time itself for this person's attention. Maybe they're not reaching out in the way that you would want them to reach out, so you feel like you have to compete with something for their time and for their attention. And you want to be with whoever you're with. You want to feel like a prize. You know, you want to feel like this person treasures you. They know that you have value. And you don't have to scratch and claw your way into their heart. You know? I'm going to be honest with you. It's good to be with a person who worships you, but in a healthy way. They worship you by honoring you, by respecting you, right? But they also respect and love themselves. So there has to be this balance, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Divine is saying here with the Judgment card, like, I feel like there's something that needs to be let go of here, because you're really being guided to focus on your Six of Wands here, your ability to shine and to have victory and to be happy. I feel like this person, they may have even been like in a very tough emotional spot, because having gone through a breakup, if they are divorced or if they broke up with someone, I mean, that's tough, you know? And for most people, it does require, I mean, it's very difficult. It's not just tough, it's a whole life change. So going through that, they might not be as healed as they would need to be a responsible, respectful lover, okay? They might not have the emotional stamina at this time that they would need in order to be as supportive and as attentive as they should be to you, because that is what you deserve, is someone who is supportive of you and attentive towards your needs. That's what you deserve. So if this person, I mean, you've already got the long distance there, And then if they're like, you know, it feels more like fun than anything else. And then I feel like there's an air of, yeah, see, if this person is caught up in their feelings right now over their past, they're looking for fairy tale romance because they're looking for this love connection to heal them. Love can be healing, but in a lot of cases like this where there's a lot of emotional pain, it's just like trying to put a band-aid on something instead of really treating it or healing it, you know? So, Divine, either way, whether you proceed with this connection or not, Divine is saying to make sure that you are on a path where you're focusing on your blessings, okay? And if this connection, or if it feels more like an attachment, steers you away from the things that are truly good for you and that benefit you, that's your answer right there. You know, like, how do you feel when you're with this person? Are you able to still grow and create? I'm going back. Oh, look at that. Success will find you. Okay, I'm so glad this popped up because Divine was saying earlier, like, the beauty of just flowing in your creative energy and in your self-love and allowing success to find you. And this is my money deck. So this is financial wealth. This is your abundance in all areas of your life. But it's also love. So if you are manifesting a love connection, please don't settle for something that is not healthy for you or something that does not feel right. Okay? If it doesn't feel right. And a really good question to ask is, are they consistent with respecting you? Do they consistently respect you? And when there is disrespect, how do they respond? How do they react? You know, are they teachable? Are they willing to listen to what you have to say about what you need? And with clear communication, with clear, kind communication, their response should be healthy. You know, that's what should be happening. Nobody should be popping off at each other, and you shouldn't feel like you can't ask for things, like you can't express your needs and what's important to you. As long as you're clear and you're kind, their response should be respectful and healthy, okay? But Divine is saying that success will find you. You may have found yourself pushing really hard towards a goal in the past, and then you felt like your progress slowed down. So this is about being on a path where you flow. And there's discipline. Yes, there's consistency and discipline, but there's no significant push against the current. You see the blessing in everything, even what appears to be an obstacle. When you do that, success will always find you. It will always find you. Okay, you've got at the bottom a halt, reconsider a decision, and say yes to the things you think you can't do. There's something that slowed down for you in the past because you second guessed yourself. You may have thought that there was something you couldn't do, and so you paused, right? And it could be something very practical. But there was a halt, okay? Because you reconsidered something. You wanted to make sure you were doing it right, but Divine says that now you have courage that you didn't have before. So those halts that you experienced in the past with your abundance, you're going to experience more forward motion now, okay? Because you're going to be saying yes to the things that you think you can't do. Ashe, that's growth. That's progress. All right, I'm going to close with an Archangel card. Okay, the deck is new. There we go. All right, Archangels. They're saying things that were difficult before are going to be much easier for you now. You're getting used to these new ways. You're opening up to this new abundance. Okay? Ashe. I want to read this to you. It's so beautiful. May the light that was created and curated here today be for and toward the highest good of all. Divine says you're stepping into your highest good. Your highest good. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have for this beautiful being? You're aligned with your highest good, beautiful being. True growth and true self-love. Okay. You got several, okay? Faith, moving mountains. It's because of your faith that you're here. Alright? You kept going even when you had what some would think would be reasons not to keep going. You still believed in your future. You believed in your present. You believed in your gifts. You believed in the love that the divine has for you. And it is because of your faith that you are able to move mountains. You've got Gabriel, divine emergence. It's time to be seen. Don't be afraid of your power and gifts. You have beautiful spiritual gifts. Please don't be afraid to have eyes on you or ears. Maybe you're doing a podcast. Okay, maybe you're using your voice. But in whatever way you're sharing something, divine says to embrace that. Because you were meant to do this. You got Michael, spiritual acceleration. Didn't I mention that you've been growing at an accelerated rate? You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. This is all about the Chariot energy. Moving forward and remaining focused on what's for you, what aligns with you. Okay? When things feel a little shaky, just know that that's another transition. You're upgrading. You're leveling up. But then you get steady, okay? And you move forward. Jophiel, trust the unfolding. There is no wrong path here. Only choices that take you closer to or further from love. That's it. So where do you want to go? Do you want to be more gracious to yourself, more forgiving of yourself, and therefore you are able to let go of the pain that others have caused you? That's really what this new era is about. You're moving beyond a place of like having a scorned heart, which I know my heart has been scorned, but we heal. And you have healed, and you are continuing to heal. And now you are able to share that healing energy with others. Okay? And you're moving closer towards love. Ashe. That was it. I wanted to make sure I got all of them. Oh, no. I knew there was one more. Ashe, Spirit. Hope, authentic reclamation. It's time to call back all the lost parts of yourself. Why? Because you are here in all of your glory. And you are reclaiming your energy. And it is healed. It is divine. And you radiate love. You feel love and you radiate love. It's a beautiful path you're on. Alright, beautiful being, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this message. Please be sure to like and leave me a nice comment and subscribe. And I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and many blessings. Take care.